BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
All right, we're back. What's happening? So, last UFC. Oh, man. I think I got shadow banned from YouTube because I posted my last video, and the last few videos I've been posting, they're not been going in the algorithm, so they're not showing up in most people's feeds. And the last video completely didn't even show up, and I made a video on the Sean Brady Leon Edwards card, and I don't know if YouTube removed it. I don't know why they're being shadow banned. I don't know whether they're mad at me for something I said. I don't recall saying anything. I don't usually swear. I don't usually say anything disrespectful for, and you got a lot of guys out there promoting their brands, their sporting bets, sporting companies, whatever it may be. So I don't really know what the deal is here. Hopefully this one goes through, because the last card I was pretty on point on. I hit on pretty much all my picks except for, I think, Gunnar Nelson and Kevin Holland. I took Gunnar on that one, and even watching back, that was a really close fight. The first round I had Holland, second round clearly Gunnar, third round I literally could have even went to Gunnar, so it was close. But yeah, man. This weekend, we got Brandon Moreno taking on a Steve Erceg here. So, Steve Erceg, he's a guy who's really just shot up out of nowhere, earned that title shot, and he's been looking pretty good, man. Steve Erceg, he's the real deal. He really showed that in that fight with Pantoja. But then his last fight, he got completely destroyed by Kai Kara-France. And, Kai Kara-France finished him early in the fight. First round, finished him. So he's looking to bounce back. He's looking to... and that's surprising, because somehow a guy, he doesn't have a big name. Steve Erceg's not a big name at all. He's coming off 2 straight losses, and he's in the main event. So... he's definitely a guy the UFC looks at like, yeah, you're coming off 2 straight losses, but we still want to put you in there. Or maybe the flyweight division is that bad. Maybe a bit of both. I don't know. But Brandon Moreno, former champion. He's a guy who's beat Kai Kara-France. He's beat Figueiredo. He's beat Brandon Royval. He's been in there with everyone. Has Brandon Moreno, super experienced. I feel the real difference in this fight. Steve Erceg is a very technical striker, very technical boxer, but he lacks the ground game of a Brandon Moreno. And Brandon Moreno, he's very well-rounded. He's a good striker. He's tough. He can eat shots, and he can also get the fight to the ground. And if he does get the fight to the ground, I believe he does have the edge in the grappling department. But and the fact that Steve Erceg just got destroyed by Kai Kara-France his last fight, who knows where his head is at. So I'll go with Brandon Moreno on that one. Slight, it says minus 245 here. I don't know if that's correct. I was looking at other betting websites, and it was like minus 180. I got to go double check, but I think Moreno should get this one done here. Moreno's the real deal. Up next, we got Manuel Torres taking on the Doberman, Drew Dober. Drew Dober's the real deal, man. He's a beast, hits hard, and the fact that he's an underdog, a slight or even odds, Manuel Torres minus 120. I don't know if I agree with this one. The Doberman's an absolute savage. Comes to fight. I know he's got 3 losses in his last 4 fights. That's the issue. But look who he's losing to. Like, he lost to Moicano, okay. Lost to Gene Silva. Gene Silva's proven to be just an absolute monster right now. And now he's taking on El Loco, Manuel Torres. And Manuel Torres, he's coming off, a vicious knockout loss to Ignacio Bahamondes. It was at that Sphere card. And the thing with Manuel Torres, he just doesn't have the experience, man, of a Drew Dober. He just hasn't been in there with the same level of competition as Drew Dober. So I'm going to go with even odds Drew Dober on this one just because of the experience. The guys who he's fought, I know he's only got 3 losses. He's got 3 losses last 4 fights, but it's a better competition than Manuel Torres. So I'll go with the Doberman. Up next, Kelvin Gastelum taking on Joe Pfeiffer. This is a tough fight for Kelvin. I like Kelvin. He's an OG guy. He's been around for a long, long time. He's a guy that probably shouldn't even be fighting at 185. He's a guy who probably should be at 170 with his frame. He's only 5'9", but he likes to eat, man. He likes to eat those Mexican tacos, and clearly he can't make 170, so he's fighting at 185, and Joe Pfeiffer, man, he's an absolute monster. He hits hard. He's one of the hardest punchers. Broke Ngannou's record on the PI. I don't know take what you want for that, but the fact that he even getting high scores like that, he's clearly a savage. Hits hard. He's got a really nasty overhand right. He throws it like a fastball. I would say that's his best weapon from the standing position is that right hand. He's great right cross, right hooks. Hits hard with that right hand, so watch out for that heavy right hand of Joe Pfeiffer. Very strong grappler as well. He's able to take the fight to the ground, crush on top. He's got some decent submissions as well. He's competed in grappling tournaments. Very strong grappler. Did not look good against Jack Hermanson, but Jack Hermanson's much, much, much more experienced than Joe Pfeiffer, and that was just maybe a little too. They just went too soon fighting up like a Jack Hermanson. So now they're slowing it down. Here's Kelvin Gastelum. He's sort of on the tail end of his career. Right, he's a guy who's coming off a nice win, but he beat D-Rod. D-Rod hasn't really been looking good too either. And, before that, he got absolutely destroyed by Sean Brady, Kimura him. But, yeah, I'm going to go with Joe Pfeiffer on this one. I just feel like his body type, it's going to be tough for Kelvin, man. He's big, he's strong, he can grapple. He's going to be stronger in the clinch. He's going to be stronger in the grappling situations. And the striking, it's going to be pretty even. Kelvin's a much more, I would say, more experienced striker. Joe hits harder. But yeah, I just think Joe should get this one done. I think, especially if he gets the clinch, he will get to that body lock, and he lifts guys and takes you down. Like, if he can get to that body lock in the clinch, if he gets double unders, oh man, you're gonna go for a ride. So Joe Pfeiffer, I'll go with Joe Pfeiffer on that one. Raul Rosas Jr., 20 years old, taking on Vince Morales. This guy's been in the UFC for a bit now. I mean, only 20, but I think he was in the UFC like 17 or 18. He's insane. Pretty flawless record, other than that performance to Christian Rodriguez 2 years ago. But he was only like 18 at the time. Like, this guy's just gonna get crazy good, and he's gonna get really good really fast at his age. The guy's absolutely insane, man. And he's been looking real good, man. He's got a nice slow win streak. This is a tough fight for Vince Morales. Vince Morales, he's a tough dude, coming off 2 straight losses, though, and he just hasn't been looking the same. I think if he loses this one, UFC's might cut him, because 3 straight losses, you don't have the biggest name. Getting older in age as well, and they're just feeding him to Raul Rosas Jr., and Raul Rosas Jr. should absolutely destroy Vince Morales. It's a win for Vince Morales if he just makes it to the decision in this one. If he doesn't get finished, that's a win for Vince Morales, and he can just collect his paycheck, whatever. But obviously, if he gets knocked out or something viciously, that's a whole nother situation. But yeah, I think if he just gets to the end, that's a win, because he's gonna get absolutely demolished in this fight. Raul Rosas Jr. is he's tough, man. He's an absolute savage. And yeah, that's pretty much the main. You got David Martinez taking on Simon Oliveira. I'll go with David Martinez on that one. Ronaldo Rodriguez, I'll go with him against Kevin. Edgar Chairez, I'll take him over CJ Vergara. These fights I don't even really care for. Yeah, it's no one even really. It's Christian Rodriguez, okay, the early prelims. Lupi Godinez, she's pretty good. Yeah, Rafa Garcia. This is actually a fight that should probably be up more. Rafa Garcia versus Vince Pichel. Vince from Hell Pichel, but I'll go with Rafa Garcia on that one. Go with Lupi Godinez on the one before. Yeah, I'll go with Austin Hubbard against Medeiros here. He's this underdog in this one, but he's tough. He's been in there, went to the finals of the Ultimate Fighter, the last one, or the one before the last one with Kurt Hollebog there. So Austin Hubbard's tough. I'll go with him. He's got a big, significant experience on Markel Medeiros, so I'll go with him on that one. And yeah, not the greatest card, but this is just a bankroll builder for UFC Miami coming up. Just a bankroll builder. I guarantee you this one will be probably more exciting than the England card. That England card was boring, man. So it is what it is. If you guys need a place to bet, BetUS, promo code Iceman. Hopefully they don't shadow ban this one as well. So out.